Hello guys, Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, we are again looking at more Season of the Haunted stuff, boys. There's so much crap to go over, but what we're specifically looking at is going to be Solar 3.0. So this is going to be the Warlock side of things, where honestly, Solar has probably been the most dominant. Top 3 Dawnblade used to be legit all of PvP. It's been god tier since, I don't know, since we got the Icarus stash anyway. But Dawnblade itself, this is going to be the first impressions of it, and kind of the beginner kind of setup for PvP. This is what you kind of want to be going in with. When it comes to aspects, you're kind of going to want to use the heat rises. Realistically, you want to just be able to glide and shoot at the same time, and obviously consuming your nade gives you heat rising, which is a 70% increase in terms of aerial ability and aerial accuracy. Super duper dope solar aspect. And the other one you're going to want to go for is going to be Icarus Dash. The nade one isn't exactly the touch of flame. It's not going to exactly do much for you in PvP, honestly, unless you're using nade builds. But for general PvP gameplay, you're going to want to go for the Icarus Dash. Obviously, dodging is going to be super dope. When it comes to the fragments as well, you're going to be wanting to rock the Ember of Searing, mainly for the 10 recovery, but obviously scorching targets and getting melee energy for it is going to be nice. You're going to want the Ember of Beams as well, just for that extra, obviously, super damage and the extra 10 plus intellect. It will be really, really nice as well. And the Ember of Solace is going to be super dope too. So Radiant and Restoration effects apply to you have an increased duration. Now, if you don't know what Radiant Restoration is, it says it on the left there anyway. But Restoration, basically sort of what the current scenes do right now, that you constantly just heal. And Radiant basically gives you enhanced power of the Traveler, giving you extra damage and power. And one of the easiest way to proc Radiant, and honestly the best way to do it, is to use powered melee. So powered melee attacks against combatants make you and nearby allies radiant. This works in PvP. So basically, one singular melee with a Celestial Fire. I know there is the Roy Frick Incineration Snap, boys. The Snap isn't as good though as Celestial, just for proccing this Radiance. But once you get the Ember Torches going with obviously the Ember, you can start to just clap people whatever weapon you're doing. It's a ton of extra damage. With, I would say Phoenix Dive is nice, but Healing Rift, boys. Healing Rift is just so much more, obviously, consistent heals. The Phoenix Dive gives you a bunch of heals and everything like that, but a Rift is better. But overall, what you're going to be wanting to go in with is trying to get that Radiant going as much as you can with the new Dawnblade. You can Icarus Thatch as much as you want as well, but this Radiant is going to be what you're kind of looking for. But we're going to go into some PvP and go showcase you the first impressions of what you can do with this build, how much it can wreck out. There is a ton of nades you can kind of pick out as well. But yeah, when it comes to the PvP, we're going to showcase just how good Warlock Dawnblades can be. So without further ado, let's go into some PvP with Solar 3.0. Alrighty, so we're going to be on the Endless Veil, and honestly, not much is really going to change with the top 3 or Warlock in general when it comes to Solar, bar obviously the Radiance I was talking about, but for the most part, most of it's somewhat similar. But basically, right now, Heat Rises is a lot better as a perk, so if you eat your nade and actually float, Heat Rises is going to be a lot better in terms of just aerial, obviously, shots and everything. And with this Radiance, as I said, one little hit, and you can see I've got the melee going, and I can do so much crap on people. And once I kind of get floating air shots and everything, I will get a ton of melee energy back. So you can see I'm already hitting a lot better shots, and my damage is increasing too with the Radiance. So there is going to be a lot going for it, kind of spamming the kind of floaty ability, getting the energy back. With Heat Rise, you get a lot of melee energy back too. And obviously, to get the extra damage for Radiance. So you can see, I already nearly have my melee back. So with the Heat Rises, you get your melee back kind of consistently if you hit your consistent kills in midair and stuff like that. And there's a guy right here. But, oh, bro. Don't get him with that. Oh my god, I actually got him. But you'll see, that melee there would have gave me full heal and extra damage too. So that is kind of the whole build. And the best kind of first impressions for PvP I'd go for when it comes to build crafting and stuff, it's going to be about obviously just the melee and stuff. I think that's the kind of the main thing you're looking at now. It's always going to be the melee with this, and the aerial ability that you can fight in midair with it. As I said, it's like that 70% increase and everything. And oh, you just got dropped, bro. Oh man, just got absolutely sent back to the Stone Age. Yo, bro, can you just not peek me like that? I'm gonna rift it up. But nice kill, bro. Nice kill. But yeah. Well, honestly, when it came to the Warlock, it kind of just seemed like they were kind of gearing everything toward basically aerial combat and stuff like that. Just being able to eat your nade and everything and just float real high and just nail people in the head and everything. You can see, like, this is pretty freaking accurate. Oh my god, I just got freaking annihilated. But if I was anywhere closer, if I had like a more ranged weapon, you can actually sit back and just pop people off. And once you get a melee shot in, as I said, it doesn't even have to hurt anybody. Like, you can chuck it from back here. If I hit him at all, you can see I got Radiant for 50 seconds, which means I'm doing extra damage and stuff, which honestly is just super sweet. As I said, 14 seconds of just pure damage, for pure extra damage for hitting like the easiest powered melee of my life. it's a no-brainer why you'd want to use this build. I know some people are kind of sad though that they didn't kind of build into the whole, obviously, there's no real kind of build into what's it called, solar, like burning and everything like that. There isn't like much to do with burning in this build. It's not bad, like you can burn, but it's definitely more to do with obviously just kind of augmenting your heals and everything like that. Is there a guy here? What the hell? But it's legit just it's all about augmenting your heals and your freaking what's it called, your aerial abilities and stuff like that, which as I said isn't the worst thing in the world. Oh, we got this guy real quick though. I think there was a guy behind me, was there? I have no idea, but I've already got my nade again. Once I get my nade and eat it, once I get one singular kill, oh my god, get me out. But once I get like one kill up in midair and everything like that, honestly, you do get a ton of energy back. It is kind of a shame that Top 3 Dawnblade used to give it to you for free, basically. Now we've got to actually float and stuff like that. But with it, as soon as I get some melee hits in, I will be able to drop some people. And look at that, I got my energy back. So if I just fly high like this, oh, broski, you know, screw it. Screw it, push them back, boys, push them back. And I will say, the reason you use the Icarus Dash too is because if you don't have Icarus Dash on and you, what's it called, you try to use your super, you won't be able to use it. You won't be able to dash in your super, which honestly is Top 3 Dawnblade. Kind of sucks a donkey dong, but look at this guy. Oh, bro. No, it's the last word, but there's the super with it as well. When it comes down to it in terms of what you're going to be using a lot more often and get more kills for yourself, it's going to be, of course, the old Dawnblade. You're going to be wanting to go in with that. Now look at this guy. Oh, he weak, boys. He weak. And we have the extra damage if I can shoot a shot. There we go. But there's the extra 7 and stuff. As I said, it doesn't add an absolute ton. But it definitely just makes it mean that I can hit some body shots and everything like that to kill people with obviously things like Trespasser as well. You honestly can wreck out with the extra damage. And that's what I mean. It's just really, really sweet for the extra damage and stuff. Just certain situations. It makes time to kills a lot better. I know it's only a 10% increase and everything, which I know for a lot of people might not be warranting enough. But the Radiance is just a free damage buff for hitting a melee. So when I hit, like, basically get the currencies going, I can get it all going together. I am so freaking dead, boys. So we want to kill him for me because I am weak. Ooh, someone actually got him. But yeah, they supered it up, boys. We actually killed him. And this might actually be... Man, this is actually going to be a freaking W. I have no idea how we're winning this. But yeah, I'm so screwed. Oh, apparently I'm not. Freaking Dawnblade, boys. This is what the solar is all about. Just flying around by yourself. But yeah, you can definitely see that with the heat rise and stuff like that. Getting the melee in too and stuff. It is still pretty sweet as a obviously build and everything. You just kind of float in the air. Get that aerial accuracy going and stuff like that. And you can just absolutely annihilate people. As I said, look at this. Just floating around after eating nade. Get the melee going. Get the radiance going. As I said, look at that. Just the heals and the kill. And we get the heat rise going again. It's just so sweet. Oh, man, it's glorious. We kind of only started going in with the floaty boy at the end. But that is the essence of what this build is all about. Not even this build. Solar 3.0 with a Warlock. Hasn't changed much. It's a lot of floating around stuff. 32 opponents defeated 4.0. Hasn't changed a lot. The artifacts don't change too much. It does just give you, though, extra kind of healing abilities, and also that you can just spawn that radiance, which is a 10% increase, but it definitely helps out in certain situations. It lets you hit those body shots if you need to.